gives me great pleasure to welcome all of you to our first virtual white coat ceremony. I have to tell you that I'm thrilled. I'm excited to be here. It's been a long, tough year with COVID and the many challenges that we've faced together. But I have to say, the UMHS community has pulled together. Our faculty have been outstanding. They have put together a virtual online program to ensure that you are provided with the best quality education possible. They provide support services to ensure your success. Our students have been absolutely amazing. Their dedication and determination are an example of what it takes to succeed in medical school. We are once again thrilled to be here. We brought in and retained an Emmy award-winning production company to help us create this virtual white coat ceremony. Our faculty are involved, senior administration, and of course, students and their families are all part of this ceremony. So once again, I would like to say, welcome from UMHS. Welcome to our very first virtual white coat ceremony.
Hello everyone, my name is Dr. David Graham. I'm the Provost and Chief Academic Officer of our medical school UMHS. I'm a doctor from the UK and previously was the Dean of the Medical School in Liverpool. Before I moved into medical education, I was a practicing hospital physician in general internal medicine and respiratory medicine. Firstly, I would like to add my personal congratulations to those of President Ross, and I too would like to welcome you. Welcome to UMHS, but also welcome to the medical profession. The white coat ceremony is a symbol. In addition to the welcome to medical school, it is also symbolic of your entry into the medical profession and to becoming a doctor. It is an honour and a privilege to be a doctor. However, you must also be aware that with that honour and privilege there comes responsibility. My friend and colleague Dr. George Shade, the Dean of the Clinical Programme, will also say something about this. In essence, on entering the medical profession, you must adopt and uphold the ideals and standards of the profession, and at the same time, you must learn and acquire the skills and knowledge to become a doctor. We will help you to do this. We have an excellent programme beginning with basic sciences, and sooner than you think, you will be progressing to clinical medicine and learning how to look after and care for patients. If you work hard and are both committed and dedicated, you will become a good doctor with the skills, knowledge and professional attributes to be able to provide quality care for your patients. I would therefore wish you all the best with your studies, and once again, welcome to UMHS and to the medical profession. Good luck.
It gives me a great pleasure to introduce Dr. George Shade, Clinical Dean of UMHS. Dr. Shade is a board-certified obstetrician and gynecologist who has earned his MD from Wayne State University School of Medicine. His accomplishments over years are too many to recount, but his experiences in academic medicine, clinical research, hospital administration and leadership in medicine has made him infinitely qualified to oversee and lead our clinical program. Here is Dr. Shade for you.
You might ask, what is the important connection between the medical profession and the white lab coat or jacket? Exactly when did it become the recognizable attire of a physician, and what does it symbolize? Well, prior to 1800, doctors did not wear white coats. They wore black business suits. Medicine, just like the clergy, the law profession, industrial entrepreneurs, and members of the banking industry were seen as positions of power in society. In those days, and even to a greater extent today, black was and is the color that denotes power and influence. Because cities were not very clean environments in the early days, black clothing could be worn for longer periods of time between cleanings because it did not show dirt as easily as lighter colors. The evolution of the white coat started after 1800, when surgeons began to wear them as part of their distinctive attire, soon to be followed by all formerly trained physicians. They wanted to distinguish themselves from the many fraudulent healthcare providers, quacks, who pretended to have miracle cures. Why? Because prior to then, much of medicine was based on myth and folklore with very little, if any, formal education. Anyone could declare himself or herself to be a doctor and sell snake oil remedies and other homemade concoctions. Most of their healing arts did very little healing. In fact, they often had disastrous outcomes for the patients. It was men like Louis Pasteur, Joseph Lister, and Sir William Osler who brought scientific principle to medicine and made formal training in the biological sciences a requisite for becoming a doctor. Understanding the germ theory and the importance of cleanliness or asepsis brought an end to the black garments worn by physicians. The white lab coat easily displayed any dirt and contamination. Thus, a physician wearing a clean white lab coat demonstrated not only an awareness of the potential to spread bacterial infection, but also respect and concern for the safety of his or her patients. Today, with the exception of the priest's clerical collar, there's no workplace clothing so entwined with symbolism as a doctor's white coat. In fact, a study at the University of Michigan surveyed 4,000 patients at 10 different academic medical centers and found the following. A physician's clothing affects how patients view their doctors, as well as how satisfied they are with their care. Physicians who wore white coats over business attire, such as navy blue suits and dress shoes, were deemed more knowledgeable, trustworthy, caring, and approachable, particularly by patients 65 and older. Doctors who wore scrubs with a white coat scored second highest. So here we are today at the University of Medicine and Health Sciences White Coat Ceremony. Why are we here, and how did it get started? The first White Coat Ceremony took place in 1993 at the Columbia University College of Physicians and Surgeons. It was started by Dr. Arnold P. Gold, Professor of Clinical Neurology and Professor of Clinical Pediatrics. He critically observed students taking the Hippocratic Oath at the time of their graduation and realized this commitment was taking place 4 years too late. The tenets of the oath, the value of humanism, in concert with compassion and scientific excellence, were guiding principles that future doctors needed to understand from day one of their medical education.
As a medical doctor, I solemnly promise that I will, to the best of my ability.
He also felt that the taking of the oath in front of family, school leadership, and their peers was a binding force in their acknowledgement of the important commitment they were making, caring for human life. The Gold Foundation officially founded the White Coat Ceremony in 1993. The ceremony now takes place at 99% of accredited medical schools in the United States and 19 other countries. Traditionally, lapel pins were given at this ceremony. The pins have an inscription that is intended to keep in the forefront of each recipient's mind this very important thought: keeping healthcare human. Over the past years, UMHS has been proud to have made the White Coat Ceremony an important and integral part, a rite of passage, if you will. While COVID prevents us at this time from holding the ceremony in person, it is no less important. And considering the creative ways many of you donned your coats, often with the help of family or friends, it might even be extra meaningful. So today, as we show you receiving your white coat, keep this in mind. From this day forward, you are no longer just one of the boys or one of the girls. You have willingly chosen to dedicate yourself to the betterment of mankind through scientific, academic excellence, compassion, and selflessness. Wear your coat with pride and respect what it symbolized. It was not easily attained and therefore should not be easily abandoned. You are now part of a proud profession that has earned its position of respect in society. Honor it as it honors you this day.
Please note that appropriate COVID protocols were followed by faculty and students donning white coats at the UMHS campus in St. Kitts. Students who recorded their own videos were not required to wear masks and social distance if participants were inside their quarantine social circle. Abidemi Adelei. Natasha Afanador Correa. Gabriela Alicea Rojas. David Araut Hernández. Rocío Arroyo. Javier Arroyo Morales. Nazira Bais. Sakalina Beshko. Gabriel Brito Martínez. Diana Burgos. Jairo Camacho Rivera. Bárbara Caraballo Burgos. Némesis Cardona Valentín. Paola Carrasquillo. Hazel Carrero Feliciano. Kenneth Collazo. María Colón Rivera. Raúl Colón Sierra. Jan Concepción. Iván Cruz de Hostos. Sheidelis Cruzado García. Philip Curry. Jaish Delgado Berríos. María Donovan. Andrea Daika. Raisha Lori Echevarría Valentín. Dylan Edgar. Mariana Fernández. Verónica Figueroa. María García. Gabriela García Torres. Nazanin Gavin. Rocío Girot. Adriana González. Julisa González Fuentes. Marcos González González, Alondra González Ocasio, Marinelis Hernández Barreto, Chloe Hogue, Shirjoma Jacobs, Labib Juma, Aryan Khan, Geraldine Lopez, Gabriel López Acevedo, Jessica Lutenkopf, Gabriela Maldonado, Andrea Maldonado Cobian, Nicole Márquez Andino, Lady Marrero Aulet, Gabriela Matos Ortiz, Juan Méndez López, Sariema Méndez Rodríguez, Giselle Morales, Pedro Morales, Emma Morales Cestero, Jessica Morales Cruz, Christine Morales Rodríguez, Luis Morales Jiménez, Joseph Muñoz Soto, Carlos Navarrete Cortés, Kelinet Negrón Matos,
I take this opportunity to introduce to you a special keynote speaker, Dr. Kristen Miller. And Dr. Miller, she has graduated from University of Cincinnati in the year 2008 as a bachelor's in chemistry, and she was a member of the inaugural class of UMHS in May 2008. And she wrote bylaws. She has created a student government association, and in fact she was very first secretary of SGA for UMHS. She was the first student to do rotations in Puerto Rico at Ponce School of Medicine and also University of Puerto Rico, and she has graduated in the year 2011. And she did first 2 years of her residency at the University of Cincinnati's Rural Family Medicine Residency, and she transferred and graduated as a chief of resident from Florida State of University's Family Medicine in Fort Myers, Florida in the year 2015. And she has been attending a physician in Oklahoma since 2015, where she served as a vice chief of staff of hospital, and she was NFL sponsored team doctor. She has instructed dozens of students through their clinical rotations, and she is currently inaugural president of UMHS Alumni Association. She is a full-time family doctor, a mom of 2 little girls. She has opened her own med spa last year during pandemic, and she is a certified life coach through the Life Coach School, and she has her own life coaching business. And here is Dr. Miller for you.
Hello friends, thank you for joining me. Just as Dr. Mungli said, I'm Dr. Kristen Miller. I was part of the inaugural class at UMHS. We started May 2008 and I graduated in 2011. So thank you for having me here today. I wanted to start off by reading you guys an actual quote from a recommendation letter that I got from a professor at UMHS. It said, Kristen started off slower than most, but ended at the top of her class. So, sure, I probably did not use that for residency, but that really hit me when I thought about those words. I didn't grow up dreaming of being a physician like many of you guys did, but I did grow up with a lot of common goals, like wanting to change the world and wanting to make an impact. But just as importantly, I wanted to see what I was made of. I wanted to see what I was capable of. I wanted to see what could happen when I challenged myself to do something harder than I'd ever done before. I'm sure you guys can relate, right? So, one of my favorite quotes that I'm sure you guys have probably heard as well is, "You are braver than you believe, you are stronger than you seem, and you are smarter than you think." I think that's a really important quote for you guys to carry with you during this journey. You get one shot, right? You get one life. So why not challenge yourself to see how well you can do it? What the best version of yourself there is. Everybody knows that medical school is hard. That's a given, right? Everybody knows that. But I don't think everybody understands how challenging it is to be a foreign medical student, and especially during a pandemic, right? I mean, I might not have known what it was like to be a student during a pandemic, but I certainly remember the challenges of being the very first class at UMHS, learning how to survive hundreds of miles away from home without family. All of the unique challenges that come along with trying to translate everything back into the American system and getting into residency, all the things that you guys, I'm sure, are very aware of. But we learned how to make sacrifices for the things that we wanted. We learned to push ourselves to a level that we never had before. And what we also learned was what we were made of, what we were capable of. Because you never know unless you try, unless you push yourself, right? You have no idea. I mean, your undergraduate was probably very difficult, but this is a whole nother bar. And you never know what you're capable of until you try. So what did it teach me? What am I now? What am I proud of? Who am I? I am a bilingual family practice physician. I am a mother of 2 girls. I am a certified life coach. I'm a med spa owner. I'm student loan debt free. I am currently your president of Alumni Association. I'm all these things, right? But most importantly, I'm happy. I love my life. I challenged myself to use this one life, right? Like carpe diem, seize the day, to see what I could do in this life, to make it count. And I challenge you guys to do the same thing. You're gonna be pushed. So are you going to rise to the occasion? So I just want to welcome you guys to the best decision you've ever made. You're going to be challenged in ways you can't even imagine right now. But are you going to rise to the occasion? And when you get into those situations that are extremely tough, because you will, I want you to remember that you are braver than you believe, you are stronger than you seem, and you are smarter than you think. Thank you guys for joining me today. Good luck.
Bailey Nemeth. Bryce Nemeth. Abner Ortiz. Atsiri Pagan, Israel Pérez, Erika Pérez Aponte, Talía Pérez Viriel, Steven Pérez Durán, Paslin Pericles, Zachary Pierard, Nevin Poda, Marianne Prada, Nicole Quiñones, Claudia Rabanal Devere, Alex Ramos Ortega, Augusto Ramos Sánchez, Ankitha Reddy, Josian Reyes Flores, Génesis Reyes Vega, Christy Rivera Blas, Janety Rivera López, Luis Rodríguez Figueroa, Raúl Rodríguez González, Ricardo Rodríguez Medina, Ámbar Rodríguez Martínez, Grecia Rosado, Yamil Rosario, José Rosario Curcio, Mariangeli Ruiz Rizo, Enrique Sabater, Bashir Sagir, Sakdeep Sahora, Coral Sánchez Malavé, Olua Palua Sangaseni, Kanokporn Santhisaspam, Amina Chik, Rafael Siaka, Julián Cifre, Cristian Sosa, Andra Soto Estela, Karina Soto Rosa, Hannah Teasley, Pascual Tirado Hernández, Edric Ujaque Rivera, Karin Urrutia. Anisha Usman. Ebony Vasquez. Jason Vega. Guillermo Vega Homar. Corali Velázquez Díaz. Matthew Vesnevere. Patricia Vilaró Teixeira. Sandimar Villafañe Figueroa. Tarika Deep Virdi. Andrea Viruet Pantoja. Abneris Vizcarrondo. Kevin Watts. Monica Woldegiorgis. Amal Jasin. Luis Sengotia Mercado.
Congratulations. Could please raise your hand and repeat after me. As a medical student, I solemnly promise
that I will, to the best of my ability,
serve humanity,
caring for the sick,
promoting good health,
and alleviating pain and suffering.
I recognize that the practice of medicine
is a privilege with which comes
considerable responsibility.
And I will not abuse my position.
I will practice medicine with integrity,
humility,
honesty,
and compassion.
Working with my fellow medical students
and other colleagues
to meet the needs of my patients.
I shall never intentionally do or administer
anything to the overall harm of my patients.
I will not permit considerations of gender,
race, religion,
political affiliation,
sexual orientation,
nationality,
or social standing
to influence my duty of care.
I will oppose policies in breach of human rights
and will not participate in them.
I will strive to change laws that are contrary to my profession's ethics
and will work towards
a fairer distribution of health resources.
I will assist my patients
to make informed decisions
that coincide
with their own values and beliefs,
and will uphold
patient confidentiality.
I will recognize the limits of my knowledge
and seek to maintain
and increase
my understanding
and skills
throughout my professional life.
I will acknowledge
and try to remedy
my own mistakes
and honestly assess
and respond to those of others.
I will seek to promote the advancement
of medical knowledge.
Through teaching and research,
I make this declaration solemnly, freely, and upon my honor.
As your dean, let me congratulate you, the recipients of this venerable symbol of your new profession and the privileges and responsibilities that go with it. I know you'll appreciate the spirit that is embodied in this coat, and then you will remain true to that spirit. As a final thought, I would especially like to express my appreciation to your parents and families. They have made this ceremony possible. Through their support, they have earned the sense of pride and accomplishment that they are certainly feeling at this moment. The faculty and administration of UMHS are committed to assisting and enabling you in this journey that you have embarked upon. We have a vested interest in celebrating with you as you walk across the next stage in a couple of years at your graduation ceremony. Thank you.